세러데이 쇼다운. 디플러스 기아 대 하나생명 e스포츠.
Really hard from an even or ahead game state in the late game. The scaling is going to be there as well, and Spell Shield pretty fantastic into the poke if you can, of course, expand it. Okay, Kellen's back.
Kellen is back.
It's Heimer time. So the lane push, I think, obviously very drastically going to favor D+ here. The early lane prio for this team is so strong.
And that could certainly work. You can take away one of those points in the phalanx. Really, really cool stuff here from both teams. Let's jump into game one.
Struggle to set up for poke and struggle to set up for objectives, because if you're like, all right, let me get into position, get my Heimer in position, okay, my Varus is set, the Jace is there, Rumble's ready on a flank, maybe set up some equalizer. If you're like, all right, let me set this up, you lost a turret.
His Vi has been doing a lot of winning. All of the champions been doing a lot of winning also, as Canyon is going to do a lot of winning in the Smite fight, as Doran is going to be crispy. Canna is he's getting heated up, as Doran not going to find the W and will have to just leap strike away, knows that he's not winning any trades.
Can be a little bit concerning, of course. Now, Peanut is up here. Doran fails the proxy.
Yeah, that is a flash from Canna to follow Doran, who is also flashing away. Morgan did this literally in the last game, and Peanut is here, but he's not going to be able to help you if you're at 10 health. You can see there are a lot of minions making their way over, so it looks like Doran should be able to get a couple of them. Counter-Strike going to come in as Chovy's moved up to the top lane. Canna in a bit of trouble here, and the chains connect, and he will die. That is first blood going over to Doran. Gen G put out the fire perfectly.
Yeah, that was a really good, strong effort, right? Look at Chovy dropping a wave for that, by the way. Chovy. Yeah. Dropping a wave to help Doran. The Lucian that was super popular into the Zeri meta is okay.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption coming in. Canyon's going to come on over. He flashes in. The Ignite is ticking. Delight not going to die though, and Canyon underneath the turret will just be mown down. Gen G managed to find it, and Delight limps away. But just a singular static shift, not exactly the most damage, as Canyon happy to tank by the looks of things, but Pays and Delight are just walking on in. The Nautilus starting to burn as Distortion flies down. The Sivir takes the Dragon somehow, and the Equalizer joins this pit. Pays and Delight gonna have to flash to get themselves out, and Delight unfortunately does not have one of those. There's the best Drake in the game. You love to see it.
Chovy having double buff here is also really nice in the lane, as here comes Doran.
Yep, Depth's gonna have to flash, but there is the Counter-Strike flash to come through as well, and that is a very, very dead Varus. Doran might also be dead, but he does have Leap Strike available. No flash is going to be in as he gets the magic damage shield. And Canna look to burn him down. There we go. In goes Chovy. Kellen, phenomenal. Grenade is going to land as Peanut tells Canna to cease and or desist. No scrap shield going to be available as Kellen almost just kills Chovy in the Heimerdinger versus LeBlanc matchup. And Kellen, can you find it? There are the cogs, the grenade. There it is.
One more
Kellen just the greatest Heimerdinger ever? I don't know.
Well, Baron.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Well, we're going to see more fighting here towards the bottom side as Canna is overheating and just trying to get these big old autos in. Once again, Canyon finds himself in trouble, but he's going to be able to flash away. And now, Showmaker gets that Duskblade. He's looking for more kills as Canna is just walking him down. He will pick up the double before he dies to Pays as Canyon finds himself a little hook onto Chovy there. And now it's Deft looking to try and grab a few of these ones. Showmaker coming round as well, and Peanut and Pays ask Gen G to play the game their way. Because if Gen G plays the game the way that they want to, I don't think the D+ has any sort of answer, as they just casually take this outer turret in the mid lane. Delight almost loses his entire health bar. But Gen G now looking to head on over and grab this Drake as, Canna, he's in a lot of trouble. Cease and desist does come down. Doesn't even get the flame spitter out. Does finally use it here as he doesn't have a stopwatch, so he is just well and truly dead. Canyon moving over towards the Drake, and now D+ are going to be able to take a turret of their own. Doran is here, but I don't think he's going to be able to defend the three people moving on over, as Canyon does have a lot of health, but he doesn't have a lot of friends in this area. He's just blast cone to his demise. Kellen standing on a ward here as well, as Deft and Showmaker moving in, but the Poke duo need a front line. As Canyon, he's bought some shoes, and a W-empowered Q could come in, but it's not going to be enough to actually grab themselves this dragon as Doran looks for the turn. There's the equalizer. He immediately flashes to get out of the way of it, and there's the piercing arrow. Drake is going to be secured here, the second one for Gen G so far, and let's see whether they can continue to make it work. Because if they start grouping for 5v5s, that's when you know things are a little bit rough. As Canna Going to try and get out of this one. The Equalizer doing a little bit of work. He does not have a stopwatch once again, as Showmaker is going to be able to get the kill onto Doran. So a 1-for-1 in the end, and 1 assist going over. So an even trade, I guess you could say, but this is the problem.
Lost the fight, but got them, and it was so close, so I'm going to have to hold my thoughts on this.
Yeah, Hayes is going to Spell Shield. It'll wear off, so he will get knocked up here as Canyon moves on in, wants to find it. There's the Dredge line, and Showmaker going to not even get an assist. So as the Shock Blast doesn't land. And Doran here just waiting for someone to turn up and take this money. Turns out no one really wants it. And Peanut going to steal away this Raptor camp. Fresh off a reset now is D+, and we'll see whether they can actually start getting some advantages with the last minute and a half of this Baron.
Doran.
Okay, Canna. Gonna look to get underneath this turret once again. Just had to do a bit of a stopwatch check, but I didn't really have time because he was dead.
So the Scryer's Bloom, Doran saw it was used, so he knew Kana had a false sense of security. Can you actually afford to send Kana down? What if he just kills the inhibitor, you know?
Well, now Chovy dashing on over. They do find a depth charge, but they don't find the Chains of Corruption. Teleport comes in from the Jax. Looking for that team fight angle, but this is kind of what D+ want as Chovy goes down very, very low. And if they are moving away, especially if they're separated.
Now doing a ton of damage here, and Gen G have to come to D+. This is how they want to play this.
Yep, Equalizer is still available as Deft is going to go golden. There's the Equalizer as Canyon's going to be able to secure the Drake. Canna goes golden finally here as well as their health bars are so low. The ricochets are tearing them apart. And Deft not able to find the ultimate. And Doran now chasing after them. Deft and Showmaker, the last two standing. And I don't know whether this was necessarily worth it because 5 seconds and the Baron will spawn.
Oh.
Pays kind of just a monster.
He is so big right now. Deft looking for a potential steal.
Oh, God. He's just dead.
Nope. Yep, he's dead. He wanted to maybe steal. He was like, maybe they won't check. But, I mean, the desperation. Showmaker?
I mean, Showmaker will kill all of them if he gets a Shock Blast in there. Yeah, kills the Jax. And now Delight is on top of this brush. They have to get out of here. This is a quadra kill unless you escape. Okay, Shock Blast is going to miss, and therefore Showmaker's going to have to waste a bit of time in this game as Peanut looking for that flank angle. He will find it. Canna could be out of position. Deft is as well, though, and he's going to get taken down. There's the chains that are going to connect. Kellen going to go down as well, and Gen G, they found their angle. The dredge line to try and get Canyon to safety. And Gen G now have a pretty clean way of heading towards the Baron this time around as Canyon, he's going to stop the vision of the ward, but he knew it was there, and so Gen G will just kill him.
And Peanut's just going to make sure nobody comes over here to look for a cheeky steal. Showmaker's like, all right, well, I don't know where they are. I'm just going to play safe. And, well...
Yep, there is cease and desist. And, man, this comp
not.
with the snowball is looking just glorious. The Baron going to be taken here, and Gen G, just a few I's to dot and some T's to cross.
Beautiful to see, but you can see why LeBlanc is so highly prioritized in moments like this.
Yep, and now Gen G, they are going to catch Canyon out of position once again. He's relatively tanky as Deft. He's going to do a lot of damage, but it's just not going to be enough. Equalizer does come down. Doran is burning, burning, burning. Canna is going to be taken down, though, and both of the POG champions are left alive, but the rest of the team is just destroyed. And Shock Blast is flying through. There's a max range Vault Breaker. Cease and Desist is going to say nope to Showmaker. He's just in the sky forever. The Vi and Alistair combo has looked just glorious in this game. And Gen G, I think they're just done. I think they're looking to move on to game number 2. And Peanut, he's flashing forward. Deft is going to flash towards the fountain. Chains of Corruption are going to land, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And there it goes. Game number 1 goes to Gen G.
And it is absolutely going to be, I think, a fantastic best of 3 here that we're in for. I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
I'm just hoping that D+ can actually get back on the right foot. We know that sometimes game number 2s aren't necessarily as close as game number 1s.
Ash Arrow into Nidalee Spear plus the synergy you have with Renekton was where I was going with that, but the Lilia is going to be able to set up some sleeps. The Arrow can work together with that as well as the Magnet Storm. So you Magnet Storm, Lilia comes in, hits a big W or big Q, and then puts everybody to sleep. Very strong here. But again, all of these follow-ups to the Arrow are going to be difficult to pilot because of this Azir pick and the Poppy, of course, that also will stop that follow-up engage. So
very, very impressed with this this team. Let's jump onto the Rift and see what's going to happen for game number 2.
Doran, I think, is definitely similar to Kana in certain metas. Very much okay, this is in my wheelhouse. I'm going to play it very well, or otherwise I might struggle. Jax is in his wheelhouse, so Not feeling too different with him. Obviously playing the same champ back to back here.
Yep.
See the Hail of Blades for the Varus, which leads us to believe it will just be lethality.
Yeah, so not going to be going for anything a little bit more fun. Oh, figured it out. Ash doesn't win very much.
Yeah, especially when Taeyun is playing it.
Yeah, and they've been priority picking it quite a lot. So obviously something might have been going right outside of what's happened on stage.
Yeah.
And Ash has been something that Deft has played for an exceedingly long time. Of course, she was the tutorial champion at the very beginning of League of Legends. And so that means that he's had access to it for many, many years. And Doran,
he was playing it, he was like, yeah, you know what, I think I will keep up with this game. He's like, he's playing a tutorial, he's like, this Ash champion's pretty fun. I guess I'll play League of Legends. I guess Ash convinced Deft to be a professional player. Canyon's going to eep his way over here a little bit of a roundabout way.
Yeah, and Doran's Counter-Strike is now on cooldown. The Ruthless Predator going to come in. The Leap Strike actually going to be used as Watch Out Eep does come in. But Doran doesn't even have to flash. I'm absolutely inspired.
I like to build Shiv on champions that can proc it easily and who don't have great wave clear and who really desperately need it and become broken with it, like LeBlanc.
I like building it on champions that can auto-attack, generally. Kenna is going to have to probably dice his way out. I don't know whether he activated it, though, as there's the flash. Oh, the headbutt flash pole from Delight. Take your POG. His first blood.
Extremely ahead early and start making a side lane powerful. That's the kind of roam I like to see.
Well, Canyon is just running at Doran here, spinning around. There's the lilting lullaby as Peanut just going to say goodbye. So we're going to trade ultimates here between the junglers, and Canyon's not going to miss a beat and move back towards the river here.
Deft, where are you running?
Well, not sure. He's going to flash into the wall and die. Death Chamber bound, I believe is what it is, as Showmaker is now looking for Doran, who will flash this time. There's the flash forward, finds the chains, and Doran is just going to die. Canna going to grab that kill. Great counter here towards the top side. Would have been better if Deft hadn't died bottom lane.
Yeah, still, he grabs 175, as does Pays in mid, so Carry's getting money, Renekton getting money top side, but...
Well, Canner's just going to walk at Peanut here, and then realize that there's a cow. Hex Flash from Delight, and Canner just going to get pushed back. Does have a Q, but I have a feeling he doesn't have the rest of his health bar. Kellen going to move in way too late. That is just a dead Canner.
And they just... On the top side, Canyon's like, well, I'll get Krugs. They didn't actually dive, Dorn, or commit. Canyon has ult, but 354 Varus on plates alone.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption going to connect onto Canyon here as well, as Deft is going to have to move back. Doesn't have his... okay, Showmaker has also found some chains, but Peanut has now found Showmaker. Not going to get stunned with the heroic charge, as we're waiting for our distortion to come back up, is Showmaker. And so was Peanut. Going to find it as Stefa's presence does come down, as Showmaker goes back to his distortion. Chovy's going to burn down, and Kellen will lock up the kill. Peanut needs to flash, but Showmaker jukes again, and Pace comes over and shoots him in the back of the head. That is going to be the end of the LeBlanc. She played it very well, and now Deft is going to move on down. I think Kellen is also dead, so despite the fancy footwork, despite the cool plays, yeah, he just hops on over as Empress Divide, and Showmaker is just dead. Chovy immediately gets his revenge. The Poppy and Azir combo. Just taking a Hex Gate, moving his way over. There's the ulti from Peanut. And Canyon waiting for his opportunity, but that is Soul Point locked down for Gen G, but can they win the team fight is the question. There it is. They dive on forward. Canna looking for a little bit more. Chovy's pretty low. In fact, everyone on Gen G is so low. The flash comes in. There's the Magnus Storm as Kellen finally comes back. And that is a huge engage for D+, but still just grabbing the bottom lane. May not be enough here.
Chovy has
as Chovy, yeah, he's going to find it. He just wipes the floor with them. Chovy not even going to go down to Deft as it's a double. And Showmaker now looks for him, but he's not going to get it. Make it a triple. And it's a disaster. They get the Drake, and then...
This win here, Chovy has ult. Imagine if Chovy ulted in that team fight. He didn't, by the way, because he got over the wall like a god. And then he's like, are they going to try it? They better not.
Oh, man. Just knows, picks his window. And somehow...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he gets the last hit too on the Sand Soldier.
잡았다. 나이스!
Oh, man.
진짜 다행이다.
That is...
Thank
that
God,
is-
basically, is what he said. What a relief.
Yeah, no, and will land some chains, some bowling balls going to connect. There is the follow-up CC as well, but the two-man pulverize is kind of massive here from Delight, who does have the unbreakable will. Rel not going to be able to dive out of there as Deft trying to get autos through, but he just cannot do it. It's too much damage in the area, and so Gen.G stand their ground and grab the kills.
Doran
now trying to get away from Doran here. Doesn't get the counter-strike stun, but still doesn't feel like he wants to go toe-to-toe. Cannon will turn now. Gets himself the Conqueror. And counter-strike and being able to click on a Hex Gate. Kind of broken. Yeah. Get the smite to work out as he flashes. He does find the sleep onto the Varus in the backline. And now Canyon dancing around the fight. The unbreakable will comes through yet again, but they're keeping them at arm's length. More Qs are landing, but here is time for the re-engage. Canna moving back towards the Dragon, and they will be able to deny the soul. The flash forward from Peanut, the arrow in response, and he's going to go down. That is the Dragon taking the Poppy down as well, as once again Gen.G are limping away. This time, another test for D+, and another kill for Canyon. Doran getting taken down solo, a double for Deft, and they wipe the floor with them this time.
Oh, making it interesting, Atlas. And now they've got a gold lead, and that's going to be Baron. You deny the soul, you get a full wipe, you get Baron. That is Gen.G, I mean, D+ should be able to get back in time to contest this.
What is happening over here?
They want to
get Hextech Soul. Kellen is sort of wandering around, but it is Canyon here as well. Sleep going to be available. The arrow is not. As there's the flash pulverize, headbutt, and Canyon is now a million years away. He did have to utilize the flash, and now Showmaker is just looking for even more. Canyon going to be in the area. It's going to need to be. Oh,
They're going to look for the teleport to end.
For Soul. The Nexus for Soul trade. Let's see whether it's going to work here as Canyon is going to look for a bit of a sleep. He's going to go golden as well. And now Doran. Can he stay alive? Can he keep this one up and available? The flash does come through. He does kill the Renekton, and now Delight is trying to save this. The Hextech Soul is now upon
Minion's
them, but
gone.
can they stay alive? Okay, there are super minions just traveling all the way through this space. Peanut's moving in, and they're going to have to try and kill someone pretty quickly. Delight having a fantastic game as they now turn it. That is Showmaker finding the kill onto the Varus, and Ash is now looking for it. Chovy kills his former teammate in Deft, and Gen.G, they've held on. And they have the soul.
They have the soul, and I think the soul is absolutely
being slowed down, and having this Hextech Soul be so frustrating.
Lots of stopwatches here for D+. They know this is going to be a really critical fight.
Yeah, Pays possibly going to get lilted. I don't know whether that is actually the verb, but DK.
They got the sleep, but he just walks
finesse
it
them
off.
a little bit as Showmaker does do a lot of damage here to Doran, who's not going to be in this fight. Canna does have the Dominus running as the Baron is going to reset as well. Kellen looking for that flank angle. Let's see whether all this practice in getting these engage timings to work is actually going to come to fruition. As D+, they're going to grab onto the aggro as Gen.G look to try and peel away. Kellen's
just waiting
clear
for
out
that
this
angle.
ward. Yeah, he's going to crash down over the wall and
Successfully stopped Gen.G from taking Baron here for so long.
well, we're going to see whether we can find a little pick, but the Lilia just immediately explodes the Renekton as well. Gen.G were just waiting for it. I don't know what the plan was for D+, but it wasn't a good one.
It was not good. It was not successful. That is 100% the case. And now Gen.G just kind of pushing to end.
Yeah. I don't know what was really happening as Showmaker is going to be able to escape. Man, that was about exactly what he needed to do to avoid death in that scenario. He is going to at least have a blast going to keep him relatively safe as Showmaker dives forward. Okay, Chains of Corruption are going to connect. He goes golden to avoid the potential death there as now he looks to try and get himself out. There's a knock up onto Canna, but he goes golden as well. Canyon gets into the backline as now Pays is getting taken down very, very low, and he is taken out of the fight. Def now trying to kite it as the autos are flying through. They get back after this Poppy ultimate. But Canyon is now dead. The smite advantage now belongs to Gen.G. And Exodia is on the table here for the squad. It looks like first place is still within reach for Gen.G.
Really important control ward there in the pit. They can see what's going on.
Oh, bit of a position swap there from Kellen and Delight, as it kind of was, at least a little bit, as Delight did take Kellen's position as support for Gen.G. As now Chovy taking a little bit of damage. Deft, it's a good flash to come out there, but is it going to be enough as he doesn't quite have enough damage? And he's going to get taken out. Chovy swoops in like the eagle he is, no longer a pigeon, definitely an eagle. And Doran is going to be able to help Peanut grab the kill onto the crocodile. The Elder will then go down, and D+, have had their backs broken. Second inhibitor is going to go. D+ not wanting to engage for another 45 seconds if they can avoid it, and I don't know whether they can clear out minions fast enough. Yes, they have double static shiv, but I don't know whether it is going to be enough. Showmaker is doing a pretty good job of getting rid of these minions, as Arrow is going to connect onto the Azir. Definitely a priority target. Half the health bar of this Nexus turret is going to go down. Next wave to come in. They don't have Baron, as there is the ulti, but there's not actually that much distance to go, as Deft is going to go golden and then just explodes. Great piercing arrow going to come down as now Kellen on his fountain. Okay, we do have Delight going extraordinarily low, and in fact all of Gen G are very low, but it doesn't seem to matter. This Nexus turret is going to go down. Delight. Kellen, sorry, the last man standing. Is that a pentakill? It is a pentakill for FaZe, of course it is, at the end of this game, and Gen G will pick up the 2-0. As the Nexus goes down.
I feel like the shot calling issue that we've talked about for D+, it definitely shows up. Yeah, Chovy, he did the big numbers.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that Deft did as much as he did. Not surprised that Showmaker did that much damage.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POG Interview translation. We are here joined by Peanut and Chovy on the side of Gen G, who just secured their 15th win. So you guys were able to continue your winning streak and secure your 15th victory. How do you feel? After losing against KT, I'm just really relieved that we're able to pick up another winning streak. And I feel like I'm more focused on doing well on the playoffs. And Chovy, I feel like our last match was a little shaky and our opponent today wasn't an easy one, but I'm really glad that we got our victory. And Gen G has been on a 10-match winning streak against D+ Kia since 2022 spring. So what makes you guys so strong against D+ Kia? Maybe we were just quite lucky. I feel like we just go into Fiesta and we just try to pull out on top. And I feel like we're able to just try to stay a step up ahead of them and keep a good trend. And in Game 1, DK picked early game champions that the Gen G players might have struggled to lane against. So how did you guys manage to deal with their comp? Since it's tough to deal with them in the laning phase, the early game, I think the Jax was able to sort of pull through and we were able to scale towards late game. And a lot of the picks were just late game champions, so as long as we stalled, we were able to kind of pull off a win. And Peanut, you seem to always pop out of unexpected places. Many rate you highly for positioning, so how do you do it? Is it from your seasoned knowledge of vision awareness, or is it just that you're big-brained? I don't think it's about having a big brain. I think it's maybe due to my experience. Maybe my decision-making skills in-game is good. What about you? Can I ask you if you think Peanut has a big brain? I didn't think about it, but now that you mention it, maybe he is the one, the Peanut, the one and only Peanut with a sexy brain. And in Game 2, you guys were on the brink of losing a team fight. But Chovy, your Azir pulled a super play, so let's take a look at the highlight here. And despite you having such low health, were you able to know that you'd win from this? In the end, LeBlanc was just going to keep pressuring us, so if I didn't go in, I knew that we were just going to end up dying. So whether we exhaust our skills, spells, I figured that we have to get some sort of value. That's why I went in. And then we heard you say, this game is hard. And it seemed like you guys also got aced afterwards and DK tried backdooring. Did you guys feel threatened at all? After the Drake fight, we got the Baron stolen, and I feel like we kind of gave them the chance to to turn things around. So I think that's why it was so challenging. Chovy, you finally earned 10 kills today, and it's been a while since you got so many kills. So how do you feel about it? Today's match was quite tough, and I didn't really keep track of how many kills I got, but since playing something like Azir, the champion was just so strong and I was able to get a lot of kills from it. And your youngest member, Paze, got another pentakill again, and he reached 500 kills in the LCK already. So how does it feel witnessing your youngest brother grow up so fast? I feel like he's just going up so fast. I feel like he's just getting further and further away from us. And Chovy, how do you feel? Yeah, Paze was able to get a lot of kills, but you know, given that I was playing something like Azir where I got more kills today, I'll let him know next time that I will be the one who takes more kills. And now you guys only have 2 matches left in the regular season against Hanwha Life Esports and OK Savings Bank Brion. So can you tell us your resolution? We have 2 matches left. It's definitely related to the playoffs. We're absolutely going to keep trying our best and keep it up. And Chovy, this is our 2 matches left in the regular season. These matches are so close to the playoffs that I believe that these are just as important, so we'll make sure to finish strong. And it sounds like there's a sudden downpour in the weather forecast, and despite that, there are so many fans who came out to see you guys. So any message for the fans? Despite the rain, I know that you guys all came to visit us and support us, and due to your support, we were able to turn Game 2 around and secure a victory, so thank you. And Chovy, I hope that you have a safe way back home, and thank you so much again for supporting us as always. And this will be the end of the interview with Peanut and Chovy, and back to the space.